All right, how many of you recycle at home? You ever wonder what happens to the stuff you recycle?
Yeah.
Years ago, almost everything we threw away ended up right here in the landfill. Whoa! Today, thanks to recycling, we're keeping more and more of this stuff out of the landfill and turning it back into something useful instead. So, how many of you use one of these at home or at school? With single stream recycling, you can fill this up with all of your recyclables. And here at Dem-Con's materials recovery facility, we'll sort through it and figure out what to do with everything. It's a big job, but with the help of some special equipment, we can process over 20 tons of recyclables every hour. You want to see how we do it? Not everything you throw away can be recycled. Some materials are just really hard to turn back into new products. Luckily, about 75% of the stuff we throw away can be recycled. Most of these recyclables fall into one of four categories: fibers, metals, plastics, and glass. Let's take a journey through our recycling facility and find out how Dem-Con deals with each type of material. Fibers is what we call things made from paper and cardboard. Everything from juice boxes to magazines to grocery bags, because they're all made up of tiny plant fibers. See? This is a great recyclable material because we can take old paper and cardboard and turn it into new paper and cardboard again and again. The recovery process for recyclables starts here on the tipping floor, where trucks drop off mixed recyclables for us to process. These recyclables come from all over the Twin Cities area and beyond. All day long, our loaders scoop up the recyclables into our recovery system, and they're on their way to a new life. When it comes to separating cardboard out from the rest of the waste, the old corrugated cardboard screen helps us get the job done fast. This machine is filled with a bed of spinning discs that carries cardboard across while letting other kinds of recyclables fall through. Hey look, there goes our little red box. Our old newsprint screen uses spinning rubber stars that separate a different kind of fiber from the waste stream: newsprint. This is an important type of fiber that can be turned into brand new magazines and newspapers. Sometimes our machines get a little help from sharp-eyed workers who sort through the recyclables as they flow by on a conveyor. Here in the fiber cabin, we make sure that all the different kinds of fibers end up in the right place, like our little friend here. Hey, where'd you go? The fiber baler squeezes different kinds of fiber into bales and binds them up tight with wire. These bales can be transported to a paper mill, where they'll be turned into brand new paper and cardboard. See you later, fiber. Metal is used to make all kinds of things, from bicycles to bridges. The metal we collect here at Dem-Con is very valuable because it can be melted down and recycled into useful new products. Our powerful magnetic separator rips steel cans and other metal recyclables right out of the stream. That's one powerful magnet. Did you know that some metals aren't magnetic? Aluminum, for example. For things like cans that you can't grab with a magnet, Dem-Con uses this high-tech machine called the eddy current separator. It creates a powerful electromagnetic field that causes aluminum to jump right out of the waste. Pretty cool, huh? Whee! The container baler compresses the sorted metal into bales that can be stacked for easy storage. These bales can be melted down and turned into shiny new products by manufacturers all over the world. Just don't try to move one by yourself. This bale of aluminum cans weighs more than 1,000 pounds. Oh, over here. I think we found it. Cheese. Did you know Americans use 2.5 million plastic bottles every hour? That's why it's so important to make sure that we're recycling as much of this plastic as possible. Not all plastic is the same though, so to make sure that it can be recovered properly, we need to do some extra sorting. Fortunately, Dem-Con has a piece of amazing equipment that makes this process a lot easier. This is the optical sorter. Using an infrared camera connected to a super fast computer, it's able to figure out what kind of plastic container is passing by and blast it onto a separate conveyor with a jet of air. It's so fast it can sort up to 6 tons of plastic bottles every hour. That's a lot better than letting it sit around in a landfill. Oh, there it is, right there. Right there. Glass objects are all around us, and they are very important recyclable because glass can be melted down and reused over and over again without losing any quality. This keeps glass out of the landfill and saves a lot of energy. You hear that? That's the sound of our glass breaker screen smashing up the jars, bottles, and other glass containers that end up inside of it. Uh-oh. We dropped the glass fragments into this big bay. From here, it'll be sent to another facility that uses special equipment to separate the pieces by color and size so they can be melted down and turned into new glass. And the process starts all over again. To make the most of this great facility, it's important for you to know what can and can't be recycled here. Some items can't be processed at our facility, but there might be other ways to reuse or recycle them. Our website lists all the rules for what can and can't be processed here at Dem-Con, and ways that you can help us recycle more efficiently. The things we throw away used to be considered worthless, but today, high-tech recycling facilities like Dem-Con Materials Recovery are turning trash into treasure. Companies of all types love buying high-quality metals, fibers, plastics, and glass that we produce right here in the Twin Cities. It's pretty amazing how many things we can recycle here, but there's still a lot of trash that gets thrown away. Are you ready to do your part to help us recycle as much as possible? Yeah! Who knows? Maybe one of you will invent a new way to recycle and help us make the world a greener place.